Hello, I'm here, all by myself today. Haby is not well, unfortunately, so there's going to be less banter today and more me talking to myself. But yes, I've done some more stuff on the game in the last week or so. Some of it's behind the scenes, so now saving and loading works, which is always good. When it was working, and then we kind of reinvented the game, and then I needed to plumb it back in, which is what I did last week. And so I need to actually abandon that campaign because otherwise we'll be starting near the end. So yeah, let's see how far I get today. So for anyone that doesn't know already, Hunt of the Reptorians is a game that's trying to sort of be a little bit like FTL, where you've got a ship here to manage, and it's going to eventually be bustling with people. It's got plenty of weapons. A weapon turret here. You've got a laser turret. They will look different eventually. Got point defense. So think the Expanse, where shooting down torpedoes as they come. And then you've got all the different parts of the ship. You've got your helm, your command, you've got gunnery, you've got your reactor, you don't want that blowing up, and your engine room here. There'll be plenty more things. And actually, as you go through the game, you add to these rooms as a way of upgrading them, which gives you things a bit like in Slay the Spire's relics, where they kind of give you an ongoing bonus. And as you can see, these mounts give you cards. So this one gives just a basic fire torpedoes, and this one gives us a beam cannon, and this one gives us an arm point defense. And as we go through, the crew will also be able to gain experience and get cards themselves. So it's a bit of FTL, a bit of deck building. And I'm going to try a different strategy this time, show the refit straight away. So I'm not sure if I'm going to restrict refitting to be available always. I think it'd be quite nice to have it available all the time, so that if you scan ahead and realize you're going to go against someone that's firing a lot of torpedoes at you, you can put all the point defense on this side of the ship, let's say, which is maybe what I'll try doing this time, so I can reconfigure my ship ahead of a battle. Maybe it takes some time, maybe it costs some money, or maybe you can only do it at star bases. I haven't decided yet, but right now we can do it whenever we like. So I'm going to put both my point defenses on this side and none on this side. So this side is much stronger than this side. So I'm going to hit my first battle. I want to try and hit regularly the blues, which are the shops. So maybe go this route. Fight, fight, fight. Shop, fight, 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 shop, fight, 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 shop. That might be the way to go. Let's give it a go. So, got beam cannons to begin with. I haven't got any torpedoes. I'm going to fire the beam cannons. Let's see if I can take out one of their weapons. These starter enemies are pretty lame. Oh, that wasn't very good. So I managed to tear a little hole here, but didn't actually do much damage to the weapons. So you can zoom in and around the enemy ship here. So there's one enemy ship here, and you can see this is like giving you an overview of the battle, which you'll see when we actually have, well, you'll see it now. They've just fired some torpedoes towards us. There's 4 torpedoes, 60% accuracy, which means when they come to hit our ship, 60% of them will be hitting, 60% will miss. So this turn I have I could strike at them with a beam cannon again and a torpedo. That's probably what I'll do. So, boom. Oh, killed them. Great. I got through their thin armor. Okay, so this means I can upgrade the crew. I've got 10 experience points from that. I got some matter, but I can't spend that until I get to a shop. We've got, we need more placeholder art, as you can tell. These cards aren't haven't got very much art. We'll get there though. So we got reserve power, which might be a good one to take, get us a bit more power, but then we haven't really got much to spend power on. So maybe we get a maneuver. Evade's quite a solid pick, reducing the accuracy of everything coming in. So we get to browse a little bit. Effective command, draw 2 cards. That's good. 20% accuracy to one of our salvos. That's not bad either. Bit of a tough choice, really. I quite like getting targeting early on. So this one's quite good if you're playing an attack run. If you're playing a missile run. I don't know what I'm playing yet. Pick an attack card, add any copy. We don't really have a good attack card yet. And you give me focus beams, which make, if we're going for a beam run, we can do that. Or make maneuver cards cheaper. I think I'm going to go for... I'd quite like to nab that reserve power. Then we might be able to fire off 2 of our lasers at once. So this is a good time to use it. Reserve power this turn. I might just fire lasers here. Same as last time. There's 2 enemies now. You can switch between them like this. I'm going to fire again. He's gone. Fire torpedoes. Fire torpedoes. I should have fired lasers at him, but what can you do? Okay, so they're about to hit us with these. So I can put my point defense on. I could maybe, should I shoot or reserve power? I'll reserve power this turn, and next turn what I'll do is flip. No, I don't want to flip. Don't want to flip, because I've got my point defense on both on the same side. Whoa, that's a lot of misses. That's why you need targeting to get the accuracy of your missiles up. So I could point defense again, because they didn't even scratch me. Actually, they did scratch me. They got 1 whole point off. And I'm going to sort of just beam them. I haven't even taken one out of the weapon zone yet. Okay, we've taken a bit of damage, but not so much I'm worried yet, because this guy's going to be dead soon. I'm just going to see if I can get him through the eyeballs. There we go, dead. Need to have a better death animation, really. It's coming. And slices. We're thinking of slicing off the wings. That's something that should come soon. So we're at 20 experience points now. Holder Steady's quite good for getting targeting for 1 turn. This one requires maneuvers, so we have to invest in some maneuvers. Violent maneuver does 20, but takes 2 hull damage. Tempting. The commander's more about draw, usually, although none of these are about draw. Manipulating your deck, really. Guide salvo should probably be a gunner card. Choose a salvo and add accuracy. That might be good. I like that one. And let's get a maneuver, shall we? Let's get violent maneuver to do a bit of evasion. Whoa, that's zoomed in. Okay, we're going to go this way, aren't we? I could go either way, really. So, open up with a beam, and a laser, and a torpedo. We're not here yet, so I'm going to reserve some power. I'm going to guide this one. So if I apply it to this one, 80%. So that one should do a bit more damage. And actually what I'm going to do is fire at the other guy. Because I think, maybe, if I'm lucky, this will take this guy out or cripple him. So I'm going to fire at the other guy to get him thinking about my torpedoes. So here we go. Miss, miss, miss. Okay, we we crippled that ship, but not destroyed, which is good. Now this one, instead of firing, is evading. So that's because they can see my torpedoes coming in, and they dynamically choose to evade. This guy's evading because can't do anything else. So I've got 2 things coming towards me and nothing to defend. Literally nothing. Oh no, wait a minute, violent maneuver. I need more art so then I can actually see what they are. There we go. So there we go. I took 2 points of hull damage, but all of these have been reduced to 40%. I'll guide this one as well. I've got, because I reserve power, I've got loads of power here, so I can I'll kill that guy. I should have shot the other guy really. And I'll fire some more torpedoes at this one. That guide torpedo is quite good. Miss, 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 miss. So that's that violent maneuver paying off. The violent maneuver meant that most of them missed. This one's 40% as well, so that's pretty low, especially if I flip here. But I'm actually on my point defense twice, so it's going to be extra effective. And then maybe I reserve power for the next turn. Easily taken care of. Another victory. So you'll notice here that like it starts to take long-term damage as the hull gets more damage, and it's all dynamic. So wherever we get hit, you start taking cumulative damage. These bits heal straight away, but the back tends to just stay grizzled as a reminder of your horrific journey. So crew, lock on, that's pretty solid. I think targeting is very powerful in this. This one, it's interesting. Exhausting 1 random card to get 100% targeting for this turn. So very powerful, but you do have to exhaust at random. This one, I can increase the damage for each projectile. That'd be good if I had something that would multiply the number of projectiles I have. I don't have that. Maybe I'll get it at the shop. Maybe I should go to the shop first. So I think the next one is a shop. So go to the shop, see if I can get anything fancy, and then I'll go and update my crew. So I've got aggressive protocols. Every 3 attacked cards played this turn, draw a card. Pretty good. Got shields. We didn't use this last time, so I wonder what if we could put shields on this side and point defense on this side. Maybe that could be a tactic. Maybe I want to put the weapon there and the shield there. Maybe that's better. That might work. So shielding these 2 bits on this side and point defense on this side. Now we've got scavenger, which gives me a bit more victory salvage. How much have we got? 300 bucks left. Battle plan. At the start of combat, draw 2 extra cards. Only 200. But this one, every 3 attack cards I play this turn. Am I going to do 3 attack cards in a turn? That's quite a lot. I do have reserve power, so it's possible. Let's get one of those. So I'm going to install this module, which gives me every 3 attack cards played, draw a card. So I'm going to do that. And let's see if now I can upgrade someone with that in mind. So we exhaust a random card, or we've got lock on or pack a little extra. So we're going for more like attack run, really. But we also want to go for drawing. So has it got any more progressive lock? That's good, but it costs quite a lot of energy. Recover 1 card from your discard is very good. Especially if I want to recover another weapon card to get that free draw. Maybe that's good. I haven't given that enough thought. I had to spend 20 because as they get more cards, they would demand more XP. So you're naturally balancing out what you're spending your XP on. Okay, well, let's go to the next battle. Oh, wait a minute. While I'm at the store, shall I repair? No, out of cash. I'm gonna have to make do. So I'm gonna try and go this way to get to this store, and then maybe see if I can pace it over there. Right, boost all shields. Well, what do I want to do? So reserve power, I think. See if I can get those 5. Could do fire, and then maybe guide. Guide. So I can boost the shields. So I think it's eventually going to work differently. So it will probably be nothing. You boost shields and then you get 1 layer, and then as you boost it more, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But for now, it's just you get a freebie. It's always on. I think that will change. Okay, so we've got 5 energy now. Can we play 3 attacks? We could play 3 attacks, but what do we get? We just draw a card. It's no point really. Maybe I need more energy. Maybe I should buff this a bit to 2 attack cards. You draw a card. Haven't played with it enough yet. So violent maneuver, I can start evading these quite a lot. I don't probably need to do that. I'm going to just go ballistic. Fire, fire. Killed him. Don't know what happened to the sound there. I need to work on that. I think it worked when I fired 2 at once. It should do. And I'm going to do that to suppress them. Hang on, did it draw a card when I played 3? I'll have to look at that again. So I could reserve power again, get my point defense going, and I've got 1 to spend. I'll do point defense twice, so that should take care of them. Let's have a look. Here they come. Boom, 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 boom. 1 got through. Miss, 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 miss. Oh, hit them on the side. That's a good spot. Managed to do some damage to the cockpit. There'll be more detail on these, and we'll be able to cut bits off. It'll be pretty cool. So I could flip, show you the shields. I could fire this and then guide it again. I quite like that. And I could boost the shields. Don't think I want to do that trade. I think we're going to take this nicely. I'm not going to take 2 hull damage for a violent maneuver. I'm just going to let them come in. Miss, 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 miss. Hit. That shield's pretty powerful. It went down the tiniest little bit. So I've got 3. I'm not in imminent danger. I could do this. Boost the shields again. Reserve power for next turn. I don't really need to give it this much thought because I haven't quite got to the challenge level. So they're going to hit me soon. I will just stick with my shield side because I could flip, and then if I flip, then I wouldn't be able to arm my point defense. So actually, I'm much better on this side than I am on that side. I'm going to guide this salvo, 70%. That should be good enough. And then I'm just going to fire. He's gone. Right. This looks awful when it's backwards. This is not going to be, it's not going to just say AP. That's obviously placeholder art. So that's actually going to look like a module, and it'll be easy to distinguish. But for now, it's placeholder art. And I've made it so ugly that Haby will be inclined to do the artwork on it. If I make it look half decent, then maybe I'll leave it alone. That's my dirty tactic. Lock on again. Counterattack. Oh, I like counterattack. But I'm kind of going for a shield. So counterattack is every torpedo every torpedo that you shoot down, you gain extra targeting on the next round. That's good if you're going for a point defense run. But I'm going for a sort of balanced run. Lock on is solid. Solid, add 10% permanently to your targeting. Pick an attack. Add a copy. Oh, this might be good for that drawing thing. But I kind of need more power. That's what I need. I could get capacitors, which carries it over to 0. That's pretty good, isn't it? And then I could really start chaining stuff. Ion pulse. Not yet. Get capacitors. I'm out of XP. Let's go. Okay, we've got 3 chunky monkeys. They're all basic ones still. We haven't even got to the level 2 enemies. Thinking of ramping the difficulty level up a bit soon. Because it is a bit too easy for too long, I think. Or maybe I'm just so good. Who knows? So, what's my opening gambit? I kind of like to reserve power. But then I could fire 2. So I might do reserve power and then fire torpedoes at this guy. And then I could have beamed them. The reason I chose to attack with the torpedoes is that it will stop this guy firing next turn, because as you can see, you're getting quite overwhelmed with firepower if you just let them go. I could guide this one in, so I'm on shield side, which I think we discussed last time, and I will write down again that we should return to your default at the end of battle, rather than, you know, it's kind of just kept where it was at the end of last battle, which probably isn't what people will want. So I could flip to the good side now and then use point defense, or I could just do this, boost the shields up, just work on my shields. Well, maybe when my shield's gone down, maybe that's the time to flip over. And Habe, if you are watching, maybe that's a reason to keep the shields always available. Because if the shields are always charged and don't go down between rounds, maybe it's slightly different from point defense. So point defense have to be activated each turn that they're used. Maybe shields should be slightly different and just stick around. But they are kind of overpowered at the moment, so I do get the point. I'm going to stay on this side. Let them absorb the shield. Let my shield absorb 70%. Oh, they're too small. Eventually we're going to have really big enemy ships where you have to start breaking into their rooms, and there'll be alien, you know, Reptorians running around, and you can board them, and all this stuff that's planned. Right now we're in core loop territory. Boost shields again just before they come in, probably. What have I got to do that? I could boost them twice if I wanted to, but I think I should better attack them at some point. Oh, that got right to the side. I wonder if I could exploit that. I've got beam cannon I could use. No point in arming point defense because I've got none on this side. Let's do that. Got it. Got one. A sneaky little beam. Okay, I'm out of energy. Shield, shield, shield. How did it actually damage the shield itself? I have to watch the video on that one. Is that a bug? It damaged the shield emitter itself. I did just last week. I did just add sort of health points to this, so maybe I screwed up. In any case, what have I got going? I've got nothing going towards them. It might be a good time for a violent maneuver because it affects quite a lot. So if I do that 40% on all of them, I could then spend the rest on just firing this and guiding it. I might need to flip in a minute. I wonder if we could have the shield being something that kind of atrophies over time. So instead of it just being off and then on, maybe it's sort of you can boost it and then every turn it sort of atrophies if you don't keep boosting it. Maybe that's the way it should work. I quite like that. Ideas in real time. So let's reserve some power. I'm really not making use of this module here. Every 3 attack cards played, draw a card. It hasn't paid me. Do that again. I could reserve power. So what I could do is hope that this shield survives another turn. I could do that again, bring back reserve power, and use 2 reserve powers, and then I'm going to have tons of it next turn. Good, good. So that's where the 70%. That was the guiding was really useful there. So when it did hit, it hit pretty good. It crippled that guy. So this guy's no longer a threat. His weapons have been destroyed. Cannot fire. Right, you. Oh, hang on. Habe's online. I should be looking at chat, really. Make sure I get the right module this time. Oh, look. Habe said he's making an engineer card called Upkeep, where you pay 1 energy per turn. Oh. Okay. Yeah. I need to make some sort of noise when there's a... maybe I should make a noise when there's a message. I just need Habe next to me so he can show me when there's someone's talking on the stream. This side's holding up, you know. This shield is overpowered. Now, Now this is where I can do capacitors anyway. It's free. I've got 7 to capacitors. Carry the remaining energy to next turn, which is very useful because I've got too much energy. Which is why I need to invest in a draw card now. So I'm going to boost the shields on this side. I'm going to fire at this guy. Fire a torpedo. And hope that I absorb the damage again. So we've got a bit of a breach here. Eventually there'll be all sorts of nasty stuff happening here. It'll be like, shh, or maybe this guy gets sucked out. Maybe like he has to hold on for a bit. Maybe there's like particle effects. Maybe there's other things that happen, oxygen coming out, FTL stuff. For now, I could repair it. I'm not really repairing. I should probably get someone on this repair duty. Let me view out. Okay, repair. Eventually it will only be the engineer that can repair. So maybe I should role play it so that only the engineer is repairing. Because that's what the rules are going to be eventually. So can I could flip. No, I can't flip. So what have I got going towards? I've got this. I can guide that, so that's 80% chance. Fire at this one. Why did I do that? Hang on. This guy's dead, but not dead. That doesn't look right. What's going on here? Right, I think doing it again is going to be good. I can fire another, do this again. Fire at this guy. No, not that guy. Oh, I'm too tired to play this. And also, they're immortal at the moment. Oh, I see. Something's gone wrong with the... So I think, even though when I'm hovering over, I don't get the energy. So there's some bug there. Note. Take note. Bug. So let's just finish this guy off. Oh, I didn't quite finish him off. I'm going to just absorb that. Fine. It's got the immortal person taking the hits. Okay, gone. So it wasn't... The only bug seemed to be that it wasn't showing me the health of that module. And the other bug, because I mean this is just something I just added last time, is that this is showing 1 health point. And it should be repaired. So I don't know if it's lying to me. I refit and I move it. I'm playing with fire here live. Put the cargo back. Hey, fixed it. Welcome to hot code. You can go back there. Again, that should be automatic. It should really reset the ship back to your default settings. Right, crew. Let's see what we can do. I haven't got any gunnery cards. I didn't say I needed draw, really. Counterattack. We're not using our point defense very much yet. Maybe I should get more flip. Let me fire. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Next attack is free. Might be quite good for our attack run. Ooh, this one would be good for our attack. So what we could do is, you pick 2 torpedo cards and you add a fatigue. So that would be good if we had loads of energy and we wanted to... I'm not sure it's powerful enough for me to pick though. I've got 1 maneuver, which is violent maneuver. Can I get another maneuver? No. This is a draw, 3 cards. Discard all non-maneuver cards. That would be very useful. So these are all playing off maneuver cards. We need more maneuver cards. I do feel like progressive lock might be a good one to get now, because every single turn we get 5 targeting, so that pays off with longer battles, and we're starting to get longer battles now. So I'm going to pick that. Oh, I've got nothing left. So Jimmy is... I do need more draw. Right, let's go. Let's go. 1 more battle and then another shot. I've got $500, so I should be able to have a spree next turn. Right, let's go. Fire. Oh, we got a big boy. Oh, why did I do that? I want to change the interface so that you have to click and then click again, just to avoid exactly that. I kind of spasmed and then completely freaking missed. So there we go. That's silly. So no point in guiding that because I completely missed. Soft arms. To do these live streams earlier in the day when I'm not like about to fall asleep. Habe was meant to be doing it today to show me how to play. Because apparently he can beat the game, whereas I don't think I've beaten it yet. It gets too hard for me. Violent maneuver, not yet. Maybe I could do that next turn. Let's properly fire at this interceptor now. So what I'm trying to work on next week, by the way. Next, maybe it'll be 2 weeks, because actually we're quite busy on other things actually. But I'm going to try and make it so that you can cut these wings off. So if you find a little weak spot, you can slice through there and the whole wing falls off and it just flies off. And that'd be pretty nice. Especially just to show off where we're going really with trying to break ships apart. Okay, do that again. Do I want to do anything again? Not really. Violent maneuver. I might as well do that again and pick something. Pick a torpedo. I've got 2 going to this person. I might fire a torpedo at this one just so that it goes into evasive mode. So this one's going to hit only 50%, and that was the one I spasmed on. But takes the engine out, because now I've got engines being destroyed. But shh, it's not hooked up yet. So when it's destroyed, it's cosmetic right now. All right, progressive lock. This is interesting because I've got 3 things coming towards me. I've got like 12 torpedoes coming towards me, but I really want to pick progressive lock to start cashing that in early, because this is one you want to pick early. I think I've got enough shielding. I'm just going to do it. Oh, there's no image for progressive lock. I've been conscripting my son to make some logos. So hopefully this will work. Now it hasn't got this. I hope I haven't completely broken it. And he was working on progressive lock. He's trying to work on his vector icon skills. So I said he could try and work on some of these icons, but clearly I haven't quite put it in properly. I think he's did it and then I changed it, and then anyway, we'll see. We'll see if I've completely broken the game. Anyway, I'm going to just take this hit. Okay, so what have I done to this guy? So I've taken one of his weapons out, pretty much weakened the front of that. Okay, progressive lock is working, even though the icon is doomed. That's good. I make a robust game. Something's really gone wrong with the health thing on this. I've got no idea how much health it's got. Alright, I'm going to arm... No, I'm not going to arm point defense because I'm not on that side. These shields really hold up. We need to nerf them. Although... What?! Okay, let's get repairing this. I just saw there's a huge brick breach, so what I will do is flip. But I can't put point defense on. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to... Well, at least they're aiming here, and I've got plenty of armor on this side. So, taking my hands off the wheel on this one. Ooh! My engineer's got work to do. So what have we got coming towards us? Quite a lot. I could do a violent maneuver, although my hull is starting to reach critical levels here. Habe, help! Fire at you. So this guy's down to... I could try and finish that weapon off. They're only firing 3 at me, because I've only managed to take 1 weapon out, so they're only firing 3 out of 6. That's still... It's still enough. Now I do want to arm the point defense. I only need to do it once because there's only 4 coming towards me. I'm going to guide this one up to 90%. So now we're starting to cash in on this targeting. Shot them all down, good. Because we've got 2 on this side. So as long as we arm them, then things are happy. Right, let's get this engineer on this side. See if we can fix the breach in that hull so we can flip over a bit more readily. Reserve power. So boost shields. Okay, so we can't boost shields because engineer's not at their position. I think I might change this one so that you can boost shields when they're not at their position. Or maybe boost shields can be part of the actual shield emitter. In any case, let's try and take down this remaining weapon here. Have I got anything I want to do again? Guide the salvo. Or I could, you know, point defense. Maybe that's what I should do. So let's do that again, get a point defense back. A bit boring, but at least I'm defended. Someone getting through. Oh no! Lost 1 point defense. Big explosion. Come on. This should take care of them, right? Okay, 1 down. This is where I start to struggle. So that's coming towards him. He's evading. So actually this guy might be the biggest threat right now. But I need to think about defense. So this might be the time to do a violent maneuver. I don't like taking my whole damage. I'm going to have to do some repair. I'm going to flip as well. So flipping actually does a little bit of evasion. So these are down to 35, which is pretty sweet. And then fire one at you. And then hope we manage to cripple the interceptor. Oh, so that's all those misses were because I got the accuracy down to 35%. And now we hit that guy. He's dead. Things are turning in my favor. He's telling me to dodge more. Yeah, as you could see, that dodging was pretty effective. Miss, 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 miss. Right, what do I want to do? I'm going to guide this one so that it 100%. So it will go down to 90% because he's evading, but 90% should do a lot of damage with 4. And then I'm going to just hope the shield holds up, I guess. Reserve power for next turn. I could capacitors as well. Yeah, capacitors. I should have, yeah, and then I can do 5 again. I don't think I have to overthink it at this point. Miss, 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 miss. Beautiful. 90%. Boom, 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 and that's the end of that. Right, back to your positions. Let's go to the shop first. Let's do that again. Ah, selective point defense. Pick the right one. I'll pick the right one. So I could double down and do more shields on this side and more point defense on this side. But there's no real... We need to work more on getting more flip. We want to have some cards that allow you to flip a bit more. At the moment, there's one card that we have for flipping, and that's getting diluted and diluted. We've got Scavenger. I'm going to pick Selective Point Defense because it's really powerful. Maybe I could even put Point Defense on this side as well. So then I've got a little bit of Point Defense with a shield, and this side's got 2 Point Defense. So both sides are pretty well defended, and I'm going to spend the rest of my cash. Actually, I've got quite a lot of cash still. I've got 460. Whoo! Could even put what do I want to do? I could get a Scavenger, but it's a bit late in the game to do that. I don't need to pick another selective point defense. I could go to Withering Torpedoes. That might be good for starting to take them down. Withering Torpedoes will be better when ships have more armor. At the moment, armor's pretty weak on these enemies anyway, so when we have bigger enemies with bigger armor, I think these ones are going to be more powerful. For now, I could just invest in more shielding. To be honest, I could shield this side. Maybe I should do the same trick to get more shield coverage. So this shield is not quite covering that. We haven't got much coverage over... They seem to be going for my engines. I react quite a lot, so maybe I should do this. Cover there. They go for that one as well. More shields. Don't really know what to do. I think this might be a mistake. Mistake. And I'm just going to spend the rest of my money on repair. There we go. Crew. Reloading Frenzy. So pick 2 torpedo cards and then add a fatigue. That's quite good. I've got something that's doing lock on, but I could get a bit more. Exhaust a card at random and get 100 targeting. That is pretty good. You can laser focus, literally. Burn optimization might be a good one, because I'm starting to collect maneuvers. So I've got one. Oh, here's a maneuver, evade. See, I might pick evade, and then I'll pick free burn optimization, which gives me free maneuvers for the rest of the turn. I've still got 10 to spend. So I could do Reloading Frenzy. Or I could do this one for fun. I think this one does pair quite well with this Aggressive Protocols. If I can get 3 done, I can draw a new card. Okay, let's continue. So boosting shields now has double the effect. This might be a good time to start, like, go off with the Reloading Frenzy. I should do that. So pick those torpedoes. Boom. You know what? I'm going to fire 1 at each to suppress each one. Let's invest in Progressive Luck early. That would have been nice if I had a maneuver in my hand, reducing the cost of maneuvers. I need to make the text in these cards big. I'm pretty sure you streamers can't read those very well, right? Especially if you're on a phone. Need to make them bigger. Maybe they pop out from the bottom. Anyway, don't. Yeah, so this is just broken from the last one. This icon. We hit 1. 50% targeting. So you can see why you need to invest in targeting. So we've got Evade. I haven't got that free maneuvers one there, have I? It's a shame. I'm going to evade. I'm going to maybe... I'd like to reserve, really. I might do this and boost. Yeah, Haby says maybe make them enlarge. So maybe like when you hover over them, they get bigger. That's not a bad plan. Only got 1 coming towards me, so I could just arm once. Fire. I could do that again. Pick that. Maybe go back for focus on this guy again. And then evade. Because at least I'm evading this back row here. These shields just, yeah, cheat code. So this is that fatigue card that I got from doing that Reloading Frenzy. So this just sticks around for this turn and it will evaporate. It's a bit like Dazed in Slay the Spire. Just sort of stick around until the end of the turn. Do I want to guide anything? Probably. My deck's getting too fat now. On defense, why not? Reserve power for next turn, I think. Go! Nice. Oh, that one's gone pretty much. One's lost a weapon. So I could reload Frenzy. We need to add more kind of torpedoes. We need to add like a powerful torpedo. We need to add more weapons, I think. That's probably a focus. Like, I get a bit bored of these weapons. We need some more specialized weapons, like ones that fire big torpedoes, one that fire, you know, lots of torpedoes. Capacitors. Don't do that. Well, let's see if I might as well. It's free. Boost the shields. See if I can finish this weapon off. Could have just gone for the eyeballs, actually. That would have maybe been better. This is the only threat left, so fire at you. No point in doing a reload. I've got capacitors, so next turn that one carries through. Lovely. It feels like it's been years since I've seen this flip, but it might be time to flip. Flip over. Ah, I should have done burn optimization first. Okay, that's a shame. It's free. It's free, use it. That's a big shield. Boom! I need to have a more satisfying sound when it explodes. So this is where, you know, every turn I'm getting 5% targeting, and now this is the point where the power is in my hands. Who remembers that show? The power's in your hands. Okay, these ones are crippled, so I'm just leaving them alone. They should probably run away, and I should have to take out their engines. That's coming. Guide salvo. No. Do that again. I think I'm going to have to pick something. Let's fire this. Let's get this, then I can fire it. And I can guide it. 115. And then just wait. Mop them up. I do think there should be some kind of surrender when it's hopeless for them. They're all crippled. Now I just need to go through the boring bit of like mopping them up. Should have mopped that one up. Fire at you. Okay. Why do I do that? Can't afford that. I also need to get more music because this music is starting to drive me insane. I don't even know. I'm playing like lobotomized style now. Just playing. See a card, play it. There we go. So now we're starting to roll in the cash. Still got a full. They didn't hit me once. Did they not hit me once? Yeah, those shields are too powerful. Could get the focus beams. Exhaust, so it doesn't fatten my card out for long. Reduce the cost of attack cards for one for the rest of the turn. Discard all non-attack cards. So that would work well with my aggressive protocols. If I can somehow get 3 attack cards in my thing. Boost fire rate would be good. As I said, I wanted to have something with more plus, more torpedoes. Maybe I should buff this card because I kind of want to pick it more. Focus beams just to do more beam damage. It's pretty cool. I'm looking for these guys because I should do that. Pick an attack card out of copy. Again, that'd be nice if we had a really powerful weapon to copy. That's doing more damage per torpedo. So that one plus the adding more would be quite a good combo. Maybe I should start investing in those. I think I'm going to go for the one with the boost fire rate. And then I could probably do both. There we go. I've got the combo, but I've got too many cards now in my deck. So we'll see how that goes. Right. I'm going to reserve, I think. And I'm going to see if I can slice this. Slightly more efficient maybe to go for these ones because they're more tightly packed, so I have more chance of just doing something. Oh, they're all coming now. So if I boost the fire rate, and then I can. I want to finish this guy. I think I can finish this guy off with a beam to the belly. So let's see if I can do that. Beam to the belly. Not quite enough. I quite like to use an evade. So I'll use an evade. I think that guy's too weak to I'm going to focus on this guy and then I'll try and put another laser in that one. Okay, we've got them coming towards here, which isn't great, so I could boost the shields. I'm tempted to guide this salvo. Pack a little extra. So we've got more. So can you see we've got more things there? So if we guide it, that's going to be extra powerful because we've got 80% and six projectiles. We do have cards that and upgrades that can make it so that you can split it in flight, which is pretty cool. I'm going to boost the shields because I think we've got quite a lot of ordnance coming towards us, and then I'm going to invest actually on point defense. I'd like to pick that one, but I think point defense is probably more right. Yeah, so that's where that guide torpedo came in useful. It did quite a bit of damage. Right. Capacitors. Fire again, this guy, probably. I could flip to the other side and arm. That's probably what I could do. Another defensive round. And this is where that previous relic that I had, the module I'm in, where you did for everything you shot down, you get extra targeting next turn. The counter-attack one would have been quite useful because selective point defense. You know, that would have got me loads of targeting, whereas at the moment I've got pretty much nothing. Here we go, progressive lock. Oh, am I going to do this? I've got to really. I'm just going to have to pray. I think I'm going to lose that. Oh, that was lucky. I thought I was going to lose that torpedo launcher. Oh, that was disappointing. I hit their reactor. Okay, burn optimization, evade, yes. Violent maneuver, I could do it. Do I need to? Do I need to? Probably 50%. How many are going towards? Some are going towards this one. I'm going to do a violent maneuver, get those down to 30, and then I'm going to reserve power for next turn, and I'm going to try and finish this one off. Miss, miss, miss. I'm pretty lucky. I think I'm glad I did that violent maneuver because I think that would have been a goner. No. Anything I want to pick out. So I could do burn optimization again. I think I want to go more offensive really, so I'm going to just try and guide this in to victory. And I'm going to fire at this one. I wanted to laser this one really. I might fire at this one, get one in the oven. Have I got point defense? I'm going to flip anyway because this guy's got more shield. There will be a better flip animation, by the way. It is on the cards. Is that a pun I intended to do on the cards? It's a good one. Okay, big boy taken out. I'm going to finish this one off with the beam. And then I'm going to arm point defense. And that's hopefully enough. Because of the selective point defense, it's only shooting ones that aren't going to miss me, which makes point defense extremely powerful. Pack a little extra on the point defense. I'm going to say, so the pack a little extra. Ignore all of this. This is the bug that I was talking about. This pack extra is good because it doesn't end this turn, so it means that next turn I can, whenever I fire my next torpedo, it's going to have more stuff. What do I want to do? Do I want to do anything again? Probably not. I think it costs 1 and I haven't got enough energy. Pasta's really going to do. Engineering. Standard evade. Fire. And turn. Probably could finish it off. There we go. Victory! Be very careful about adding cards now. It's quite a nice one. Attack cards cost less, other cards cost more. It's quite a good tactical one. Power dump, even more aggressive. Discard everything else, and all of the cost goes towards that. That would be good if we had an expensive energy weapon card, which we don't have. I could invest more in this boost fire rate thing. I need more maneuver and draw, really. Last second maneuver, that's a good one. So anything that's really close to you gets 20% reduction. I'm going to get that. And then that's going to make my burn optimization really powerful. I'm actually going to get to the end. I've got bad news though. When you get to the end, I don't think we've over coded in what happens when I win. So it's going to be unceremonious. Right, beam. I should have got those beam beam optimizers. With this guy, I think I'm tempted to just go down the middle. Just go for the guts. I keep going for the weapons, but I'm starting to think that's a bad strategy. I think I might make lasers less powerful against armor, so that lasers are really for kind of taking out hard points. Anyway, in any case, I'm going to just focus on this guy for a bit. And if I get that, pack a little extra. Oh, there's 2 of these big boys. I think we should probably do shields. Again, I need to get this person coming back, and they shouldn't have infinite distance. Boost the shield. Progressive lock. Point defense. And last second maneuver. So this will affect these ones. I need to make the UI make it more obvious what's going to happen, by the way. That will happen as well. Easy. So I can flip, that gives me a little bit of evasion on the defense on that side. Again, I might just go down the belly. Oh, almost got him. Yeah, Hades asked if this is actually armoured. Not really, it's the same, it's just it's armoured as thick as it is thick. And it's not very obvious because the colour is exactly the same as the background, so it's really difficult to tell, but this bit, I think this should be a different colour from the background, so you can see that this bit is the armour and how thick it is. I'm going to do another last second manoeuvre, that's useful. I'm going to fire again at this one and guide it in. I didn't do point defense, but at 35%, I'm hoping most of them miss. Oh, there's a lot of them now. 35% times however many it was. Okay, this time I will arm my point defense. Oh, did I do a maneuver without doing that? Oh, that was lucky. Gonna finish him off. There we go. Have I left anything for defense? There we go. It's so powerful being able to only shoot down the ones that are coming towards you. Without that, without this. Oh, that needs to give the information about what it does. Without this selective point defense here, point defense only targets projectiles that hit your ship. We really wouldn't be alive right now. Okay, let's just fire at this guy. Don't want to do a violent maneuver really. I'm just going to boost my shields. Maybe I'll flip as well. Like the lighting effect here. Try and add a bit more of this lighting. It glows for a bit. Evade. On the point defense. Boost shields. I think there is a limit to how big this gets, by the way. It's not infinite. Right, there we go. More experience. We'll hit them eventually is a good one for getting targeting up. And it's good for an attack run. Tempted to take that one. More power? More reserve power. I don't really want another one. I've already got those. Ion Pulse might be interesting, but we haven't got enough power. Eventually we'll be able to actually upgrade the cards. We'll be able to upgrade the reactor maybe and the rooms and stuff. So there'll be a lot more to upgrade. I'm going to focus the beams here because it's exhaust. So this should, once I've got it, the battles are getting quite long now, so I need to actually be able to survive. Let's focus the beams early. I'm going to reserve power and boot. Oh, that was it, all I can do. There we go. But let's try these new focused beams out. Or I've got plenty of power, so I'm going to do focused beams. It just does a little bit more damage. Almost killed them one shot there. I'm going to do... Oh, that'd be nice to have done this with last second maneuver last time. It does nothing because there's no one near me. We'll hit him eventually. Perfect. No point in coming back. Okay. So we got 4 damage over 2 seconds. So I could finish this guy off, or I could try and damage another one. Given that this guy's going to be firing next turn, I think I'm going to just do the good thing and finish them off. And then I might have to do a violent maneuver here, because this is going to be painful. Bye bye health points. Oh, that's a lot of incoming ordnance. These little chunks coming off the ship here, look. Nice and chunky. You need to find a way of getting more of this, because if you it starts to make huge holes. You can see there's a actual hole there. You can see the red behind it. What am I going to do? I want to do progressive lock. I think I can take the damage. You know, it's all going to repair at the end of the turn. Miss. Hit it. Okay, might flip now. Flip, armor point defense, evade, and then just wait for my fate. Getting a little bit beaten up here. So I might do I might actually fire something at this guy, maybe guide it, and then boost the shields. Engineer, I should really be getting them to do some work here. Right, I reckon if there's gonna be some torpedoes coming into this guy next turn, but if I can soften them up with a laser, then next turn hopefully I just need to have one hit in the guts and we're gone. Arm point defense. Ooh. I was lucky enough to pop. Very lucky enough to pop. One down. I'm not really using these capacitors because we haven't really spare power. Do I want another violent maneuver? Probably. And just reserve the rest of it. I could have done burn optimization if I got the engineer back. Why did it go through the shield? It's funny, isn't it? Seems like my shield, I just blew up my own thing, did a test projectile there. The shield has seemed... I think what's happened is that this shield emitter has been destroyed, and it doesn't look like it's been destroyed. So that's a bug. So pretend that shield emitter is not there. It's been destroyed. Again, I only just added that shield emitter last time and I didn't get time to battle test it. Till now. Evade. I'm going to flip because this is now no longer my good side. And I'm going to bring this engineer back. This is a bit of a bad, but not great strategy really. As in, I don't think you should be able to do this. And then reserve the rest of the power and boost what's left of those shields. Miss. Let's find my souped up beam cannons. Got him. One hit wonder. Have we got a shop? Now I've got a terrible, terrible feeling that when I go to the boss, there is no boss. We haven't got a boss. I've got a really, really like a bit of a confession. We don't have a Corvette yet. That'll be coming soon. So we don't really have a boss. So I think that last battle doesn't work. Reactor optimizer. So every 3 turns gain energy. I think I definitely want one of those. Maybe want 2. 1,392. I think this game isn't necessarily scary. I'm going to buy the shop out. Get more point defense. Might as well get withering torpedoes. Reactor primer. Full energy. Get some withering torpedoes. Which I don't know what the. Get a scavenger. Go. That I've got bad. Yeah. Sorry guys. I've never been this far by myself. I had a bad feeling this would happen. So this is where you're meant to have the climatic end to the first act, where you're meant to get your first big ship. But at the moment, I just cruise to Earth. Let's pretend I've saved Earth. Everyone's cheering. Reptorians are being taken away. Families reunited, that sort of thing. So yeah, good. Thanks. I enjoyed that actually. I think there's plenty. I think the takeaway I've had from that is I want more weapons. I want to have more interesting weapons. I want to have weapons that I can really buff, or either more weapons or something I can really buff the weapons with. Because firing the same torpedoes and lasers again and again got a little bit repetitive. Giving myself feedback. But other than that, I think it's getting there. So thanks everyone for staying, whoever stayed, and I will see you next